How's it guys? Welcome to episode 3 of WingIT. As you guys know, the World Cup, Rugby World Cup is starting. I have two special guests with me, Rudy Paige and Robbie Louw. He's also my esports teammate. Guys, so no further ado, let's start this prediction show. Rudy?
Yes.
I'm first gonna start with you. The opening game.
Yep.
Who do you think is gonna take the opening game?
I honestly have had this feeling in my stomach. I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but I think the All Blacks is going to win it. I think the last time France played at home in 2007, they also lost their first game. So for me, the All Blacks are going to beat the French. I know the French are obviously better rated than the Irish around them, but I think the All Blacks is going to be too good for them at home, and they got a lot of injuries and a lot of stuff that's happening around the French camp. So my money will be on the All Blacks.
And you, Robbie?
I want to agree with him because he's actually got a lot of valuable points. But I think just knowing the French flair, and I think they're going to be so hyped. But I mean, the thing is, the All Blacks, when it comes to a game that they need to win, they do bring it through. So, but I think I'm gonna unfortunately not go with that. But I think I'm gonna just for me personally the French. Yeah.
So on to Pool B. Who do you guys think is gonna be the dark horse here? Because we're playing Scotland. Do you think Scotland's gonna be physical, or they're gonna play the kicking game?
Scotland probably won't be as physical as South Africa. I don't think there's any team in the world that can match us physically. But Scotland will play a much more of a multi-phase rugby where they play a lot of phases and go through it. So they'll test us in a different way, and they are the dark horses by 100% in Pool B. And I actually think they're going to finish second. That is my gut feeling. I'm going to give them a chance. I think they've played good rugby the past few years, and hopefully they'll make it.
Well, then I'm going to disagree with you.
All good.
I think Ireland is going to beat Scotland, and they're going to, it's going to be a very close game, but Ireland, I love their play style because they play also like the French.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about them. But I think if I was Rassie, I would play my B team against Ireland so that we can rest the guys for the next stage.
But you must also understand he's an Irish fan. So
Okay, it makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah.
Robbie? But that's my opinion. Because you never know with Rassie. Like 1 week he will choose this team, and 1 week then it's the other team. So, because why I say that is, if France beat New Zealand, and obviously New Zealand's gonna end up second, and Ireland is gonna finish top, then it's an easier game
Against France.
Yeah.
But is it easier game against France?
That's a good question.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, I personally feel like we don't have an easy run. There's no easy.
That's a pool of death.
Yeah, that's
Even just not our pool. I think the quarterfinal might also be. I would prefer playing the All Blacks instead of France.
yeah.
In
Especially in
the
that
final.
moment, yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
I know it sounds completely the other way,
Yeah.
but I think the French team is probably the only team in this World Cup that can physically.
Yeah.
I mean,
They will,
Because they got big boys, they got.
Some South African oaks there like Vincent and.
I think you played a lot against the French guys. You know a lot of them.
That's what I'm saying. I would rather if you can have a magic wand and you set it.
Because let's face it, the point is the best Scots goal.
Oof, very debatable.
Why?
I'm a big Aaron Smith guy. I'm not saying the point is not great. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to make that. I'm an old school guy. I still believe in fundamentals, the basics of the game. which I think Aaron Smith has been the best for the past 10 years. He's honestly
He's
just
from and he's quick.
it's like a robot. Everything looks the same all the time.
Perfect. Every ball is received is perfect.
Because I was surprised when New Zealand announced their World Cup squad that they dropped TJ.
TJ's injured.
Oh, he's injured.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles.
No.
So he's injured. He obviously wasn't up for selection. But I think the point is a brilliant individual rugby player.
I've never seen a guy.
He can do anything and everything.
I think he can play flowers as well.
He can probably play flanker if you really want. If you're desperate, he can probably play flanker as well. He's that strong.
Okay. In Pool C, we have Wales, Australia, Fiji, Georgia.
That's an interesting one.
Now that is also interesting because Australia, like I said to JP and everyone, because they play also in Australia and stuff, I said to them, I've never seen Australia at their lowest like now.
Yeah, spot on.
So I just want to quickly go to something back there to Pool B. There's a I know we've written them off and that stuff, but we mustn't forget about Tonga as well to just cause a little bit of a stir there. I'm not saying they're gonna go. I think they're gonna go through, but they could just do a little upset or so. Because if I'm correct, is Louw at Tonga now? Where is he?
No, he's injured. He's also injured.
He's injured.
Yeah, but they do have really good players. They got George Moala. They got Malakai Fiketua.
Yes, yeah.
So I thought he was from New Zealand.
He plays for the All Blacks, but he's Tongan from origin. So all of them are playing for Tonga this year. So you are actually 100% correct. They won't be easy.
No. But anyways, let's go back to C. Sorry.
Do you guys think Fiji's gonna beat Australia?
I want Fiji to be number one in that pool. Whether it will happen is obviously we can't. That's not. My gut feeling is saying they've got all the players. They played in Super Rugby. Some of them played in Super Rugby together this year. They've beaten England at Twickenham. They've done awfully well as a country the past few World Cups. I would like them to be at the top of the pool.
No, me too.
Yeah.
I would say Fiji, Australia, because just Wales. I don't know what also happened with them in the last 2 years.
Who you pick to go through?
I'm actually picking Fiji and Wales to go through.
Okay.
It's you got to. I mean, the thing is that my problem with Australia, like no offense if there's any Australian forwards watching, but I just feel like they don't have the physicality up front. They've got some individual good players.
Just a skeleton.
Yeah. And I mean, he's a beast, but I mean, they physically struggle.
I was like Hooper. Why did Australia drop that guy? I mean.
Yeah, I would like to know what Eddie's thinking is.
Because he was tuning the Australian media. Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing and stuff like that. But that's Eddie. I mean, that's Eddie Jones for you. But because there's a lot of debutants in the Australian team. That's the thing. They have no World Cup experience.
Did you play under Eddie?
No, I've met him a few times. I think he's obviously he's a fantastic coach. So I think he's given. I'm gonna give him the leeway and to be able to say what he's currently saying because he's done the hard yards to have that respect from my side that he can obviously. But I do think they're gonna. I don't want to say they're gonna struggle, but with that. As you mentioned, they don't have a lot of experience going into the World Cup, and that's why I'm going for Fiji and Wales.
Okay. Yeah, that's very.
Then we have Pool D. Very interesting one. Chile making their debut.
That's very cool.
Have you played against any Chileans?
No, but I can only know they're gonna be as tough as probably the Argentinian guys and the European boys are.
Yes.
They're tough. They're honestly. They guys that play with passion, so I don't think they're going to make it through their pool, but I don't think people are going to give them 70s and 80s.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
100%, yeah.
I think they'll be very proud and make a real good game of it.
England. Yeah, I think we all have the same opinion about England.
I think deep down I've got hope.
Remember-
I think deep down I've got hope for
Okay.
them, knowing that England is there, still there, even though they've been struggling.
I want to hear your opinion about Owen Farrell. Why didn't he, why do they ban him, but they don't ban Barrett that almost injured Marks completely? He could have been in the hospital in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that is probably, yes, well, I don't think there's a right answer that I can give you.
Because I can't understand that.
I think a lot of people has got that questions, that rugby probably needs to figure out a way that everybody is there's a general understanding and consensus in the way the bans work. So for me sitting here, I'm not going to give you the right answer because I'm also not too sure how the whole process works.
Yeah.
Do you think like in soccer they have that VAR thing?
Oof, hopefully not. Hopefully that won't come into rugby.
Yes, yeah.
Because I think that takes the whole thing of sport away. And obviously all of us, we want the right decision, we want, but there's still the human nature side of the game that makes sport cool.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah,
understand?
you
need to have that human nature where and not everything is going to be black and white, unfortunately, especially in rugby.
Yeah.
So I never want us to take that human side where we take referees completely out of the game. I still think we need to have a understanding that sport, something's just going to happen that's going to be out of your control, and that's what makes rugby so cool. That you have to deal with it.
Yeah, 100%, and it keeps the rugby interesting.
Yeah, you gotta deal with it. Like that the referee blows it different to the other one, and I like it like that.
I'm also like that.
Adapting.
Yeah, it's such a hard thing with this whole high tackle story. It's such a fine line to a guy needing to now tackle and to worry about not hitting the guy's neck even if he comes down to you or something. So it's such a touch and go. How you can ever sort that rule out is going to be it's always going to be
because when Apollo IRB said to him, or World Rugby said to him, like, we will bring your band down, he'd go to a clinic. I mean, what clinic? Like, I can't believe they're actually telling rugby players, oh, you need now to go to a rugby clinic to learn to tackle. But that's what you need to do when you're young. The rugby coaches teach you when you're young how to tackle, where to tackle. So my opinion is they change the rules too much. Because now one game you tackle this side of the body, and then the other game the guy takes you here by the neck, and like you get now a red card.
It's such a funny thing at the moment with rugby. I mean, I know also they were very concerned of the concussions and stuff.
Yeah.
So they need to also take that in consideration, but also not make it like a soft sport, because
that's the border fine line, because player safety is the main thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that we should, because it's still people's lives, and it's still guys have got families, they want to obviously live a decent life, so that probably is number one, that the player safety, and then obviously the entertainment value after that comes in, which is important. So I actually, luckily, I'm not on those boards that's making all of that tough decisions, because I don't think, nothing they're going to decide is going to make everyone happy. That is just
100%. I mean, like the 7-1 split thing, small things like that, but we're not here to also complain about rugby. It's just everyone's going to see different aspects of life and about rugby and that stuff. So but let's jump over. So who would you say is going to go through in Pool B?
I wanted to say Samoa, because also they've got with the law changes that the guys can play for their country of birth. They gotten superstars back, but I'm going to the same as you. I think England might just get it right in the World Cup, and I'm going to go with Argentina.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then we're going to the quarter-final one. So then it's
okay. So just quickly, so you went with New Zealand. So New Zealand beating France, and then so basically New Zealand going through.
We must vote now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just working out what he's going through.
Okay, I'm going for New Zealand.
New Zealand beating France. Yeah. Well, okay. So let's go with New Zealand beating France. So that'll be, it'll be New Zealand, and I'm guessing France, and then the loser
and the winner. So
then, yeah.
So we're gonna have to vote. I'm always saying All Blacks.
Okay, cool.
Going as top of the group.
Okay, that's Pool A, New Zealand, and then France. I'm gonna put
Yeah. Because that will be the.
Sorry, my highlighting is useless. And then Pool B.
I'm definitely going South Africa.
Yeah,
top
South
of the
Africa.
South Africa top
No
of the
doubt.
pool. So then we'll play against France.
Yeah.
In the okay.
That's not what I want, but that's how it's gonna work.
Yeah. And then the tricky one, Ireland, Scotland.
Ireland.
You probably also going for Ireland.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's put in Ireland.
Okay. So then
Fine.
so it's Ireland, New Zealand in the one
Oh,
quarterfinals, and the other
That's
one's
gonna be
South Africa, France. So that's
more
gonna be
fun again.
yeah. I know obviously it's not exactly what we predict, but this is obviously. And then let's go with Pool C. Wales.
I'm going with Fiji on top.
I'm gonna go with you. I also think Fiji is gonna.
So
finish on top.
put Fiji. I'm just gonna put FI. And then
Australia.
Australian. Who you?
I had Wales.
Okay.
And you out.
As you're putting me in a difficult situation now. The thing is, Wales does, when it comes to performance, they do tend to get through. Let's go with Rudy, and say that Wales and Australia out. So yeah, then we'll put. So Fiji and then Wales, Wales, and then the last pool.
England, Japan. Man, we never talked about Japan.
I don't think that they've had a poor run.
Yeah.
They've actually not been doing great the last few years.
Yeah, I think the last World Cup they not saying they had a bit of luck, but I think they did kind of have a smoother run to where they got to beat Argentina, to beat England, to beat Samoa.
That's a big task.
That's
I also think so.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they're in fourth on the log. No offense towards them, but it's going to be hard for them to physically match up to Samoa as well.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, so we're going to go with England, Argentina. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just for
Same for
yeah,
me.
England.
And I wonder Samoa. I think Samoa's got a good chance. They honestly have a good chance. But for now, we can put England and Argentina. I'm happy with that.
So if I'm correct, then it will be Fiji playing against Argentina. Is it not that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's going to work out.
Argentina, and then Wales against England.
Okay, so let's talk about quarter number one.
Okay, quarter number one is New Zealand, Ireland. I would say New Zealand. I'm going to be honest.
I'm also going to go with All Blacks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. Sorry, you're out.
So I'm the wild card there.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
There goes my team.
Are you a full-on Ireland supporter?
You're on an Irish jersey, so...
Oh, fantastic.
That doesn't mean you.
No, what happened was, a few years ago, there was a school from Ireland that came here. So basically, we were hosting 2 Irish players.
Okay.
And they gave me this Irish jersey, but yes, I've never seen a funny language like that. Like, you can't understand it. It's fun. But okay, I will go with you guys. I will say, if New Zealand put their strongest team on, they will definitely take it. But yeah,
I'm sure they should. It will.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll play around with the islands.
I think those first 2 pools. I think those teams are going to have to play their stronger sides. Most of the games.
No, you can't. I mean, you can't.
There's not a lot of resting nowadays. All the teams are so competitive. Even Tonga, I think South Africa is going to have to play one of our best side against Tonga as well.
Yeah, very similar side to what we actually played against. Who did we now play recently?
All Blacks.
Yeah, I mean, like a physical side that can actually match up. But yeah, South Africa, France. I'm personally, my personal opinion, I have to go to South Africa.
Yeah, also I think we got the team to win the World Cup again. So
yeah, I agree with you.
I'm gonna put you on the spot now.
Yes.
Be honest.
Yes.
Do you think Andre Polo is gonna play a part in this World Cup?
Yes.
Because how does the rule work?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. What I do know is I think Rassi and Jacques they are obviously clever and I have all the trust in the world that they know what they're doing. I just don't know how the structure of the competition works. But
how did it work in 2015?
Back in 2015, if I can remember correctly, you can come in, someone can fly in when there's an injury.
But do they assess the injury or not?
No, you can't. Like, I mean, what you said, bro, my groin sore.
Yeah.
Now then you go show scans and that stuff. You can't necessarily, I don't know, go into it or
I don't know how I honestly don't know the correct flip and the
because like
ABCs.
the whole media and everyone is saying, you know, we're gonna fake an injury.
No, I never think they will ever do that. I don't think that will ever be a consideration.
I'm being honest, I'm loving the Bucket Club.
Yes.
That guy brought so much play into the box team. When else have you seen a Springbok team score so many tries with the guy creating like
Wherever he plays, the team scored tries. So I love him.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable.
I think you played with him, right?
No, he was a few years younger than me. But I spent some time with him. He went to Tiniqua High School. So I've got all the confidence that he's the right guy for us.
Yeah.
And if it comes to a point where there's an injury and Polly comes in, I'm also comfortable that Andre he's won a World Cup for us. So all of that.
Yeah, it's
There's about 80 people in our country that I would be easy with playing for South Africa.
I don't think
we're blessed with fucking players at the moment.
Yeah, and we've got like proper depth, not depth that you quarry like you think about. Someone that can step in now from 1 till 15 that you know will step in there and be as good as the guy in front of him, which is lacking.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm pretty confident with RSA to go through the South Africa to go through there, and then the Fiji Argentina.
Yes.
Okay, well, Cheika is a very good coach.
Great.
He reminds me a lot of Eddie. I mean,
100%.
I've watched him since he was at the Waratahs. He knows what he's doing. So I think like it's gonna be a close game because Fiji's gonna play physical. They're gonna play like the All Blacks.
What do you think? What's your?
That's probably a tough one. From a team that's played a bit more bigger rugby and that's been there, Argentina would be my. And I think I want to agree with you. I think Cheika is a brilliant coach. If I have to make a decision now based on that, I'm going to have to go with Argentina.
And they play with extreme passion in the World Cup.
Yeah.
So just a different like level.
And they got good set piece as well, good scrum.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go with Argentina.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Argentina.
Okay. And then England-Wales. Sorry, I don't know what I did here, but England-Wales. That's.
Why are you doing this to me now?
The other side is so much easier than the island, France, South Africa, New Zealand.
Yeah. Now we've got kind of wild cards in a way coming through from the other side, which it's so hard to predict.
How long is Owen Farrell banned for?
I think he's going to be available for those games, and he's brilliant. I think with all of the negative stuff about his tackling, he is a world-class rugby player. He's really, honestly, one of the best in the world. So if he's available for that game, they are significant better with him.
Yeah.
Did Whitehorse play a second string team against South Africa? Or was it their strongest? Because if that was their strongest, then
I think they only had like 2 or 3 players missing, if I'm correct. I
Yeah.
could be wrong, but yeah, I don't know.
I still think with Gatland there, I don't mind any of those two can go to. I'm not going to be awfully stressed about it. I do think probably I'll go with Wales just because Gatland he's been the British and Irish Lions coach. He's been on the scene for ages. So that for me is the one I would go for.
Okay.
Wales. I'm also going with Wales. I think England's rugby, same as Australia, has dramatically been underwhelming. That's the word I can say correctly, but yeah.
Okay. So I don't know why I think England might step it in, but let's go with Wales. It's such a hard decision though, because.
The problem is probably the way they've looked before the World Cup. So I got a perceived thing about what they actually, and they might get to the World Cup and be brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the reality of it.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like where do you go from there? Okay. New Zealand, South Africa. In semi-final one.
Okay, first, Robbie, Rudy, I always wanted to ask a Springbok player this. How's it to face the haka? That intimidation, like, do you feel it on the field?
Me and Joanne actually spoke about it on our show the other day. I don't think it's not an intimidating. When you're not on the field, you find it cool and you obviously into the hype. If you're playing against them, you are so into because you're going to do your business, you're going to work now, you're going to play against them. So the only thing I was thinking, I can't speak for everyone else, when I was facing it, I was thinking about my job that I need to do, the kickoff. Once we receive the kickoff, what are we going to do next? Where's the tight head prop going to go? So the haka was going, and I was obviously loving the haka and facing and standing, especially once you play New Zealand, it's dead quiet. There's not a
that's amazing.
So it's completely different facing the haka in South Africa and facing it in New Zealand. In New Zealand it's completely quiet. You can only hear, at the time it was TJ leading the haka, and you can only hear him screaming. So that's different, and it's cool, but for a player you're always thinking about what's coming. I need to play, I need to be prepared. So that haka time kind of fly quickly because you want to get into the game and you want to play. But facing the haka in New Zealand, it is just different. If that makes any sense. Because in South Africa we sing Soza Loza and we start singing, but in New Zealand you're like everybody's quiet and they obviously into it, the whole crowd. And that's cool.
That must be
very cool.
And I mean, do you guys know the whole background between the two hakas? What's the difference between the two?
I don't know.
Okay, because I heard one was a bit more respectful and the other one's not, but I mean it's just what people say. But
I actually don't know, so I won't be able to.
Also don't know.
Okay, let's get back to the predictions quick. New Zealand, South Africa.
South Africa, but it's got to be a close game. I think it's not going to be the same as the other game.
Hopefully we can get them back for 2015, so I'm going to go with the Springboks.
Because I hope we just pitch up for that game. I hope we don't have a slight down game, and I don't think we will, because I think we're in such a good mental space at the moment.
But we'll be fine.
Yes. Yeah. And then the other one, Argentina, Wales.
I'll give it to you guys. I'm not.
You
guys can decide that one.
Oh my word. Argentina, Wales.
And it's what's funny is it's Australian coach versus
a New Zealand coach. Go
there. I'm in the back of my mind thinking Argentina, but then I'm thinking in the back of my mind Wales. So it's like I'm saying I think I'm going to go with Argentina personally. I don't know. Wales also didn't look that promising, the last run out. So I'm also judging them pre-World Cup, which is very hard. But I just feel like that's just what I'm going with. But I don't know. What do you guys feel?
I would, the rugby lover, and I'm not going to make a choice. The rugby lover in me would like to see Argentina there, just because of. I think it will be something new. The South Americans will bring a good atmosphere to that game, and it will be good for rugby to see a new guy competing for the trophy. Because they haven't been in that situation.
I remember that when the Jaguars had the Super Rugby final. And that was very special for Argentina. So that's what I'm saying for me. The rugby lover in me would like to see a new guy there. But it works out like that, I don't know, but you guys can decide on that one. I want to say Argentina.
Okay, cool. Okay, so there was Argentina.
Yeah.
So we go with the Argentina South Africa final.
Yes.
Wow. That's very, very.
Imagine if that happens. Oof.
I don't know what your predictions was beforehand. Obviously, this is us as a group as predicting. So these aren't the exact predictions that we probably personally would choose, but this is as a group. What we would go.
Yeah, I would say South Africa will make history. Because I think we're gonna be the first team then to win 4.
Yeah.
4
years, you're right.
And also what we must keep in consideration is that we only played for the first time, was it 95, was that our first World Cup? So that means if we win this World Cup, that we've won half of the World Cups we've competed in.
Yes.
Does your dad play ever in a World Cup?
No. He finished in 87, I think, or somewhere, so... But I could be wrong, please don't take me on my stats, but so...
That's true, that's cool.
I hope it is, we'll confirm later. But because if you think about it, it's 95, then 99, 2003, 2007, 11, 15, 19 and 23, so it's 8, and we're going for our 4th, so
then we win.
Well done.
I put my name out there. But so it actually shows that, even if we don't win it, we've still, at the moment, we've still won, basically 3 out of 7 World Cups. So, if that's going to be the final, I would bank on us, winning that, my personal opinion, and I don't know how you guys.
I've got no doubt. Obviously, sport works out different than what you put it in your mind, but I actually 100% convinced that we want to win it. South Africa.
I agree.
I know sport works out different and life takes different routes that we can't foresee. You can even already take in Afrikaans. But I really think my gut feeling is saying we're gonna win it again.
I agree. We have what it takes to win it, and it just shows that that pre-New Zealand game just gave us that little bit of faith again. Or they're not a little bit. We've always had faith, but just to show what we're actually capable of against a world-class team. It wasn't like they played
the strongest side.
That was. So we're gonna go with South Africa.
You fine with that?
Yeah.
Do you want to put Ireland in rather or not? So South Africa and Argentina. There's a little game that we there's a 3rd place playoffs as well. If I'm correct, that we haven't spoken.
I honestly think they must scrap that.
No, but
I mean,
just in general.
In general.
But you remember, you also kind of want to be like we placed 3rd, 4th. You don't want to be like we didn't come 1st or 2nd, then we don't know where we are.
Really, do you lose that not gears, that momentum from
motivation?
That motivation. When you lost in 2015, 2018 to New Zealand.
I think probably no one will say it in but it is sort of a game that
you don't.
It's tough to get up for. I mean, it was still cool winning bronze. I think whether we should scrap it, I probably won't. I don't know if I'm gonna agree with that, but it is a tough game emotionally. Because you prepare for, like everyone prepares for so long to play in the final, and then you play the night before the final, and it's kind of so emotionally to get up for the game is tough, but I don't think scrapping it, because for other countries it might be it might be good getting a bronze medal or whatever.
Exactly.
So a team like Argentina or so on might be
in Fiji.
in Fiji, you understand, if they get to that point, or a Romania, so it might be a bronze medal might mean so much different for them than All Blacks or whoever is going for that trophy. So
no, that's that. I mean, like you were saying now, if let's say Fiji end up beating Argentina and they go through, and then they do not beat Wales, they've got a chance of getting a
bronze medal.
Imagine what that will mean to rugby.
Financially,
exactly.
Financially to Fiji. So
but at the moment we've got the two that falls out is Wales, New Zealand. I think I would. I don't want to be the first one to choose, but I think New Zealand just.
No. I think all of us are going to say obviously All Blacks to beat Wales, but I mean we've made that decisions now, but this World Cup is going to be absolutely insane. It might not even be us against New Zealand in the semi-final, might be Ireland, France. I mean that's the reality. How close the teams or Ireland finish on top of Pool B in South Africa, not. It's going to be fun to watch.
No, it's, I don't think I think this is okay. Obviously, from growing up, I've always loved for the World Cups, but I think this is going to be one of the most closest non-competitive, competitive World Cup ever. Because I heard a lot of the teams, like the Tonga, Samoa, and those guys. Apparently, they actually for the first time got together a few months ago. I don't know if you can correct me with that.
No, they selected their best players as well from the different countries, so they could actually select their best players. So it will be the first World Cup that it will be strength versus strength, and it will be honestly. I'm excited, and I'm a grown up with 2 kids.
No, that's lucky. So we're gonna go with the South Africa winning the World Cup, and
that sounds good to me.
And
me too.
So guys, before we go, I'm going to put Rudy on the sim, and he's going to do a few laps, and I want to see how you're going to. It's another gym session for you.
So I haven't jumped in a while. I've stopped doing completely. So
is it?
Yeah. No, you're looking good.
Thanks for the lies, Robbie.
So guys, like Rudy and Robbie said, and myself, I think South Africa is going to make history. And if you guys want to give your prediction, just comment below. And thank you for coming, guys.
Pleasure.
It's been a real honor to meet you, Rudy.
Pleasure. Don't worry about it.
And I actually I did some research. You were on Supersport, and you said you want to be a ref.
Yes.
I think you will do good. I think, I don't know if you have to do all the tests and...
I've actually I've got my level 1 in the refereeing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so I've done all of that. I've just haven't been able to referee because I've had 2 meniscus injuries. That's where there's arthritis basically in my knee, and I have to that's why I took off completely this year, just for the pain to settle and the inflammation to go away. But that is something that I want to do. I want to give it a go. I just don't want to be someone that sits on the couch and complain about them. You understand? That's not the person I am. So I would like hopefully next year to pick up the whistle and see if I'm bad at it. I'll stop at the school games. But if I like it, and then I would like to. For me, it's just not about career. I've loved it. I've loved rugby for the whole life, and if that's a way of staying involved, then I'll do it.
Same as me. With my disability I got when I was age 15, scoliosis developed in my back. My passion was rugby. All my mates are professional rugby players, so I know. JJ Engelbrand played with me.
Yeah.
I was there for his first game. He was playing wing, and I was so angry when they selected JJ for outside 10. I was like, huh? outside centre. He played wing. Now you put him on outside. So yeah, it was lucky to have you guys.
Thank you, pleasure.
And yeah, let's hop on that thing.
Yeah.
Yes, he's going to look at now.
Come on, stop,